What is going on, guys? It's Cam back at it again for one more video. Today I want to discuss something that a lot of people don't realize, but it's extremely important, and that's copywriting or ad copy. Now, most of you guys think that you might know copywriting pretty well. I can almost guarantee that if you are writing your copy, you're probably just pulling up a bunch of different websites, taking whatever you think looks good from there and then putting it into your website, because that's like what all of the Shopify guru guys teach. But I'm here to tell you guys that is not the most effective way to do it. It actually doesn't convert the most, and if you just think about it, it seems like a kind of a lazy method. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a killer product description that will convert like crazy. What's going on, guys? If you're listening to me now, you're probably in my computer. So I'm gonna walk you through how I make super dope product descriptions. Now, this product right here is a test product. I actually tested this product probably 6 months ago, right around the time when PUBG really blew up. So because I remember PUBG when it first blew up. If I'm not mistaken, it was on mobile devices. So I was thinking I should probably sell this to people who are on mobile devices. The reason why I think I couldn't get it to hit that much is because, believe it or not, PUBG is actually really big in low converting countries like India and Indonesia and stuff like that. And then coupled with that, the product itself is tailored towards a much younger audience, and I felt like that the audience was so young that they weren't at the stage of being able to buy impulsively. Like, some of them didn't have credit cards and stuff like that, and that's why I think I couldn't get this product to hit. But I will say I made an extremely killer description, and I'm going to show you guys the formula on how I do this and how I do all of my descriptions. So coming back over here, this is kind of I'm going to give you guys the step-by-step formula, and then these first 4 points are some of the most crucial when it comes to writing product descriptions. If you guys can understand these 4 points, you will be able to go off in every single product description, and you'll be in the top 0.5% of marketers, because most people who do this stuff, they're not actually good at writing copy descriptions. They're usually just copying stuff from other people's websites and then putting it on whatever looks good. And it's usually not the best way to go. Sometimes it can work, but a lot of times it's not the best way to go. What you usually want to do is you want to be bold. You want to call out your customer. When I first set up this product description, I'm gonna recreate it for you guys. But the very first thing I said was, "What's up, scrubs?" And I put that in bold. So I was like, "What's up, scrubs?" Now, I'm not a gamer, but I would get offended if somebody called me a scrub, because I'm I done spent all this time playing this game, and you gonna call me a scrub? Really? You gonna call me a scrub? And that's part of the not being able to play it safe. As soon as somebody sees that, their attention immediately gets grabbed. So the point isn't really to convince them to buy just yet. The first point, the first few lines, is to grab their attention, and then everything after that is able to convince them how to buy. And a lot of times, after you get their attention, you have to sell your brand. So it's saying something here at gamingguide.co, we always equipped our customers with the latest and greatest gaming equipment so that they can stay 5 steps ahead of the competition. So something like that, so that people aren't just buying a product. Now they're buying a product from a brand. It's whenever you go to Walmart and you buy an Apple, or you buy a phone charger, you won't look at the company that you bought the phone charger from. You just say, "Oh, well, I bought a phone charger." Versus if you go to Amazon and you buy that same phone charger, you'll say, "I just bought a phone charger from Amazon." So it's you want to give people that branded feel of feeling like they're a part of your store. And be direct. So talk to the customers the exact same way I'm talking to you guys. So the biggest thing that I never see people do is that they almost talking to the third person, and it's really shitty ad copying. So a lot of times, whenever people are just copying and pasting, they're copying and pasting stuff from other people who aren't using any of these methods, and that's why stuff doesn't convert that well. You have to be able to spark emotion. Now, this is as a marketer, you usually have to think a lot about logic, but whenever you're dealing directly with customers, you almost always have to use emotion. Like if you guys are not using emotion to sell, you're probably not selling at all, because people hardly ever buy off logic, especially if you're doing like what I teach, like the Instagram influencer method, because if you're doing it like that, people will almost always buy off impulse. So you have to appeal to that logic or else you don't make any money. And then right over here, here's like a few more of, I guess, the secret product description formula. And I'm saying secret because it's not really a secret. Like everybody who's made lots of money, had a very high converting product description or high converting store, whatever, they all know this. It's just that a lot of times us regular marketers, like, we don't know this stuff. So like the very first thing you have to do is like come up with the hooks. Like remember when I was telling you guys like at first, what's up scrubs? Like that right there is like what? Like almost scrub. And then it was like you want to almost grab somebody's attention. And then one of the really cool things that like I want to make sure you guys pay attention to is that a lot of times, and usually I don't even pay attention to this sometimes because I'm so focused on doing other things, but like AliExpress will give you, like the AliExpress people that sell, they will give you like the stuff that you need in order to sell benefits, right? So it's like, for example, in this one right here, this is actually where I got the name of the product from. I just like randomly name it the Gaming Guide Secret. So like whenever somebody sees it, they're like, I want to know the secret. What is it? And it's like you use 4 fingers controlling at the same time. Aiming, shooting, running, and playing game is easier. You can literally use that in your ad copy. It's such an effective method that it's almost ridiculous that people aren't using this stuff. Now, like usually I wouldn't make this my main image. It's just like the first one that I pulled off AliExpress. And then even like this stuff right here, like you play a game with no mistakes, you can easily make some of that stuff like super enticing, Like even like the dope ass video editing that people use for this right here, you could use that. I wouldn't use it in the video, but you could use it as like a way to like kind of entice your customers in order to buy. Like this one right here, this is my favorite. It's like I didn't even think about this. But like with the little triggers, like the way the game works is it's 2 thumb pads and then it's like the 2 back triggers. So the back trigger gives you like a real shot experience. Like who would have ever thought that like off playing a game on your phone, you can actually get like a real shot experience of pulling the trigger. And you can play with that like while doing your product description. And it's super, super dope and it's super high converting because like shooting steady, no accidental touching, responsive with no delay. It's like it's tearing apart any misconceptions that a customer might have, along with giving you lots and lots of benefits. And stuff like this, believe it or not, is on most AliExpress like product descriptions because it's so crazy. Just like people are like, oh, well, how would this not be here? So like the way that I say right here is don't include specs. People really don't care about the stuff that the technical stuff, like it's made of high grade aluminum and in 24K silicone. Like nobody cares about that stuff because then if you're talking about stuff like that, you're going back to the logic side, but you want to sell more to the emotional side of people. And that's where I think that people who can sell towards emotions, they can like and follow these steps, you will literally blow stuff out of the water. And it's like what comes with it. So like with this right here is I think it actually comes in 3 pieces. So it comes with like the front piece, I think, and then like the triggers, or it comes some way like that. I'm not exactly sure how it comes, but I know it comes with more than one thing. And whenever you're selling a product, you want to be able to say, like, if it's not obvious, you want to be able to say like exactly what it is that it comes with. And then include a call to action. So like most people will think that like if I set up this product description and if I set it up, people are just going to know to buy. You always want to think 2 steps ahead of your customer, but you also want to sometimes baby your customer when it comes to stuff like this. Like a lot of times, if you don't tell people to do something, they won't do it. Like for example, if I don't tell you guys to like this video or subscribe to my channel, you guys just sometimes won't even think to do it. So that's like a super important tip when it comes to doing stuff like this. You have to tell the customer, usually at the end of the description or sometimes in the middle, if you think this product is dope, if you know this product is going to take your game to the next level, buy it. And then another thing is that you have to build up trust. And usually I like to incorporate both of these 2 together. I usually build up trust through social proof. That's like one of my absolute favorite things to do is that like I'll put like a banner text on the top of my website and be like over 15,000 customers served, so like stuff like that. If it's like a lifestyle like product, like so for example, if it's like a bracelet or something like that, usually what I would do is I would find lots of pictures all over the internet of people using the bracelet, make like a slideshow image, and then like put the bracelet on there with people like showing off the bracelet, like hey, and stuff like that. And then I try to put that on like a separate Instagram account, and then put that Instagram account on my product description, and then say stuff like get featured on our Instagram account, buy this now, and then like add us whenever you get it, and then get featured on Instagram account, because it helps build up lots and lots of social proof. Let me show you guys one more time, and then kind of like only if applicable. So like with this product, it's kind of applicable, but I honestly wouldn't put it in there. If I'm not mistaken, in the packaging, it comes with like this little manual how to put it on. It's really not hard at all. But just like I was saying, you sometimes want to make things as seamless as you can for your customers, and that's how you would do it. And then so like with setup instructions, a how-to guide, dimensions, whatever. So especially if you're selling like a very complicated product that needs like a setup or something like that. Like for example, one time I sold like a sewing machine, and like I had to like email my customers like a how to use guide on how to use it, because it was like so difficult to actually use. So this right here, guys, is like some of the most amazing ways that you can use to sell this. And what I'm going to do, because I don't want to make this video too long, I definitely don't want to waste you guys' time, I'm going to go in and I'm going to recreate this product description that I made using all of these methods, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what a product description like that looks like. Be back in just a second. All right, so it's probably been like a couple seconds for you guys. It's actually been about 20 minutes for me to like actually go through and pretty much write out a pretty good product description. Now, again, I would encourage you guys to do a lot more research, because I'm not selling this product. I didn't do the usual, like going through all of the other stores and finding some of the tidbits, like very, very small tidbits, not just copying and pasting, maybe finding like a GIF for putting like really, really cool images of like the product and stuff. I didn't really go through and do all of that this time because I'm not selling this product, but I 100% recommend that you guys spend lots and lots of time researching a product. Like if I know that I'm gonna start selling start selling a product and it's gonna be like a major hit, I will probably spend anywhere from at least an hour just doing simple product research across like a whole bunch of different various methods. But for right now, I'm about to hop in and show you guys what I came up with. So right off the bat, this part right here, an actual photo, like a lifestyle photo of somebody using the product, you guys can't believe how powerful it is, because it actually makes people go into their head and say, how would I look if I were to use this product? I actually did a lot of stuff that I was telling you guys about. Some of the stuff I didn't tell you guys about, like this little trademark logo. If you use Google trademark logo and copy and paste it in there, sometimes it can help your brand look a little bit more legit. It just depends on what you guys are into. And then, like I was telling you guys, I used some of the lingo that I was talking about a little bit earlier, where it's like, the what's up scrubs. At least I should be calling you without this, since we know you're tired of getting killed within 5 seconds for responding. We came up with this device that will help keep you 5 steps ahead of your competition. So like that right there is like I was saying, grab their attention up here and then go back and then start selling them after that. So that's what I did with that right there. And then the benefits, I kind of just told them, like, it's a numbers game. I'm kind of like poking fun at them, at the buyer, to keep them engaged and like to keep them reading on. It's like what it is that I'm talking about. And then like get the real experience. So like literally like a little bit earlier, the videos or the pictures that I was showing you guys, all I did was put them in the text format, and then like I just put them right here. And then like stay cool. So this one actually right here is like a really cool feature of the product that I didn't actually know until I did just like a little bit more research on there, but it actually keeps your phone cool. So like that's one of the things in here. So like I literally followed this formula almost to the T. The only thing that I didn't put in there was I didn't put any trust or social proof in there, because a lot of my trust and social proof, I didn't actually import any reviews, but usually I would import reviews, but usually a majority of my trust and social proof would actually come from my Instagram page. So remember I told you guys, I usually take an Instagram page and I put it inside of the product page so that people can actually see other people using it. That actually takes a really long time to set up. So that's why I didn't set it up, but usually that's where a majority of my trust and social proof comes from. And then I didn't put any setup instructions or like a how-to guide, because in the packaging it comes along with that. But like outside of that, I literally followed this to the T, like talking to the customer, being bold, selling directly towards the customer's emotion, like guys, if you guys can like follow this stuff, you will like absolutely blow, like you will blow other marketers out the water, because most people don't spend longer than like 15 minutes designing their product description, where you, if you're spending an hour, like I was saying to the customer, it's literally a sheer numbers game and you're going to win. And then like this is always something I like to put in there. It's really, really fun, really, really cool, where you can just like get a second chance to like that call to action, and then like highlighting the customer like, hey, now is the perfect time to buy the product. Why are you still here? Buy the product. And whenever you're able to do all of this stuff, you just build up so much trust, because now people feel as if they're buying from a brand, but it's like they also feel like they're buying from a person, if that makes sense, because you're talking to them on a one-on-one perspective, that it helps make so much more of a difference than if you were just to write some simple ad copy. So guys, if you guys don't know who I am, again, I am Cam, super cool digital marketer. If you got some value from this video, drop a like, drop a subscribe, drop something. And if you guys need any more help, feel free to Instagram me. I'm probably going to drop it down below in this profile. So I'll talk to you guys soon.